One of my favorite companies is BlackRock, and they have an ETF for Bitcoin. They've showing declines, $330 million in Bitcoin pulled out yesterday in Bitcoin. 3 consecutive days of decline. That is atypical, and I think that I like Bitcoin, and I think people should watch it, and maybe if they haven't bought it yet, they're going to get a chance. There you go.
Do you think it's cooled off enough?
No, I think it can go down a little more. 90 is the next. I think 90,000 is the next level where I think people should buy some.
Buy Bitcoin.
I think it's a nice hedge because I'm back to the $36 trillion.
What has to work for Bitcoin to work? Is it the NASDAQ?
Look, I think it is about animal spirits and younger people.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto overall flat. I do see Bitcoin getting over 100,000 this week, but the focus is altcoins. I don't see Bitcoin getting another big pump, but I definitely see altcoins pumping and dumping, and that's for the traders. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates yesterday climb up. We had the dollar pull back, but the dollar is still strong. And we see the emerging markets making adjustment. And all that's going to change once we see Trump gets into office and he starts to put his foot on the gas when it comes to this 4th industrial revolution. Remember, his job is to land us in this new digital economy. Make sure you watched the video last night. We heard Mike Johnson confirm it. Now we have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $237 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling that repo on a daily basis during the week. And we see this inflation narrative is allowing the Fed to keep rates higher for longer, when we know the only reason why we have inflation is due to corporate greed. We have a handful of companies that own everything. Just go by 1,000 different names. It's the illusion of choice. And we look at the food, we see grocery prices go through the roof. And then we have all these recalls that come out of nowhere. And we know all about the Birdman. But again, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. Part of the 4th industrial revolution is they want the scientists to make your food, no longer the chef. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And of course, by keeping rates higher for longer, it destroys the economy as we know it. We can look at the housing market and see how it's changed, and it's never going back. The affordable housing narrative is going to allow these 3D printed homes to take over, which is going to drive down the price of the current homes. Houses that we see for $200,000 to $500,000 in the 50s and 60s, they were $1,000 to $10,000. And these houses are still standing. These housing prices are nothing but an illusion so the banks could keep printing money. Now that they're done with printing money, these mortgages are going to be tokenized, and these prices are going to drop 50 to 60%. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Yesterday, Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs were up. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Aave proposal to peg Athena's USDE to USDT sparks community pushback. And the reason for the proposal is to seek to protect Aave users from exposure to secondary market fluctuations. But with everything going on with USDT, they should definitely hold off on that. And then also we have Athena plans major expansion with Telegram payments and institution-focused USDE token in bid to become a neobank. And they'll be creating a new synthetic savings stablecoin. Now we have Jim Cramer says 90,000 is the next level to buy in. And we know when it comes to Jim Cramer, we always do the opposite. So I definitely see us moving up over 100,000, but then of course falling below that 90,000. Remember, stocks and cryptos are going to take a hit in the first quarter of this year. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have base developer Jesse Pollock says coin stock will be on base. Every asset in the world will be on base. And guys, you know, everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. We already saw FTX do all the testing. Only thing we need is regulation, and we know Trump is definitely going to bring the regulation. So 25 to 28, we're going to land in this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.